This is Erick from AHA, Americans Helping Americans, and Amp Live, the American Mentee Program, powered by Amp Live Media and VIP Execs Realty and Lending. How are you doing on this beautiful, glorious freaking day today? It's awesome outside. Not sure where you're at. Could be a little gloomy. Could be shinier than shit. Could be hotter than shit. Could be cold. Wherever you're at, rock and roll. Now, hey, this is always live and uncut, first and foremost. Two, there might be some F bombs and S bombs, so cover your ears if that offends you. Watch it all the way through the end. Go back and forth as I drop. Yes, I'm going to drop some bombs. I'm going to drop some pro tips. I'm going to drop some, my son's favorite, right? Just because it's funny, right? I don't know, golden nuggets that you can pick up and use in the field, use in the business today, right now, because we always have our pulse on the market. Because we're in the market, we're doing the business as well. It's what I love. I love the art of the deal. I love the Amp Live method. That's what we do. We love amplifying our business and others across the United States of America. Thank you to all past, present, and future mentees of the United States of America. You know who you are. You know where you're at. Hopefully you're rocking and rolling, doing your thing. But today we're going to talk about a few things, okay? We're going to get into it. I'm going to show you. Right now we're having a little gridlock, not us, but others, from talking to other people and people get involved in the business, even some seasoned peeps, right? Agents, brokers, investors, wholesalers, doesn't matter, newbies. Some of them are having a hard time finding deals, right? Others are going to go, well, deals are easy. It's negotiating the deals and getting them locked up. And then getting a right deal under contract to wholesale it or to buy it, sell, fix, and flip. And then there's others that are, hey, we're rocking and rolling. We got our whole, monster machine doing our thing. Cool. That's a smaller percentage of people. And I'll tell you that. I'll tell you what's out there. Look, bottom line is always just digging in, researching. The truth is the truth. And I'm not going to say this just to get my own goat, but 99% of the time I'm right. The end of the day, because I do my research. I like to go back to the 1800s, 1900s, and all that good stuff and do research. I employ you. I challenge you to do the same, right? The writing's on the wall. The opportunity's here. You want to strike like right now, this month. You want to get going. If you got up and crashed, let's get back on the horse together, right? Let's do some training on the outside of the ring. I'm going to use a boxing or fighting analogy, right? So we're going to train. So we can unleash you into the ring. Yes, we're going to know who your opponent is and all that good stuff. Match you up because we want to match you up. We want you to win, right? If you can't win, then hey, guess what? Then we'll jump in the ring with you and we'll kick some ass, right? Because that's the whether it's a seller, whether it's a buyer, whether it's another program, or whether it's other investors out there, or agents or brokers, does not matter. Look, everything is geared to win. You're either going to win or you're going to lose. There can only be one winner, right? Not like that Ricky Bobby shit, right? If you're not first, you're last type shit, right? It's okay. That's also spaghetti at the wall. Boom. You keep on throwing spaghetti at the wall and you're going to hope that something sticks, right? Now I got to get my nice juicy coffee on. Now this is being streamed live only in the Facebook groups that we have. It will eventually be either monetized, edited. 9 times out of 10, it's never edited. Unless there's something I don't like or something I don't like being said on here, then we'll edit it. Just being truthful about everything. Hopefully you're rocking and rolling out there. I'm going to type in my signature rock and roll. And if you have anything, it's going to be in the chat, okay? So you can do your likes, loves, and all that other good stuff. This will be probably on YouTube as well. But you can go ahead and do the chat. You got questions. Questions about, we're going to get into, well, where do we find deals? How do you find deals in today's market? Okay. That's always been, even in the last cycle, and the cycle before, it's always been, well, got to find deals. How do we find deals? What's the best way? I actually got a text today from a young man saying, well, hey, do you have any deals? No, I don't. Why not? Are you doing marketing? Are you doing free stuff? Yes, free. All right. Well, free. What type of free stuff, right? What are you doing? You can do free stuff. We probably a link down below. If not, I'll put it right up in here. It's called Surfing for Deals. It's free. You can sign up, just the email, telephone number. No one's going to bug you and all that good stuff. You go watch the video, get the free PDF. Go copy and paste your brain is, rocking and rolling with a bunch of deals. It'll blow up your email, your text, and your phone with sellers that's saying, hey, I need to sell. I need to sell. I need to sell. I want to sell. I want to sell. Difference. I need to sell. Real estate investors. I want to sell. Agents and brokers. Perfect, right? So, but you have to understand how to qualify them. I'm not going to get into that today. We'll save that for next week. But right now, we're going to talk about leads. How the hell do we find leads? Where do we get them, right? And then we have to vet them. Super important, okay? So, finding deals in today's market, doesn't matter where you're at, East Coast, West Coast, Midwest. First and foremost, like I said, you can surf for deals. That's a coin that we turned several years ago. It's like driving for dollars. So if you ever drove for dollars, it's a pain in the ass, right? You can do it with like Deal Machine is probably one of the top ones that you have, and then there's I think Propelio has a deal or what do you call it? Kind of like Deal Machine, where they have an app so you can like map out a bunch of houses. So that's good for door knocking too. And you could do it. I have some people that want to door knock here, right? So I would recommend going either Propelio, Deal Machine, and then get their service. And most likely, if we do it here in Southern California, I'm not a big proponent on cold calling or door knocking. That's just my thing for me. But there's others who love door knocking, right? Like Ray. There's others who love cold calling, right? Like these peeps in the Midwest, Matt and Letitia or whatever, right? Or Tesha. There's just people out there that love doing that stuff. Everybody, but everything is a vertical. I call them verticals of marketing. Surfing for deals, first vertical. That's what we're talking about. You want to find deals, you want to find them free, and you want to blow up your phone, your email, and text with sellers that want and need to sell. Surfing for deals. Let me pull it up and share it with you real quick. I might even post it in here. I think I have it. And I'll put it in there for you real quick. It's free. You have to buy it. Let's see if I got it here. Alrighty. Surfing for deals. Okay, it might be here. I'll go ahead and post that. And then I'll look for the other one here. Maybe it's under promos. So much stuff, right? Tons and tons of stuff. Got it. But that's part of the biz here. All right, that's for friendship deal finder. Okay, let me do this. I'll just do this. Maybe just share it. Do we have it here somewhere? Let's share the page. Okay. I'm going to pull this up, share it with you. You can go here. Not going to cost you a dime. It's not the page I want. I guess this is being split tested, but we'll go ahead and pull it up anyways. So let's go ahead and share a page. Boink. Okay. Should be able to see that now. So you can go there. I'm going to go ahead and post it down here. Free bonus for watching. You're like, wow, that was fast, huh? Usually you have to wait to the end. It's okay. There it is. Okay. So we're already 8 minutes in. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tock, tick, tock. Let's get to some juice, right? So you can get that, sign up for free. Go ahead and grab that, right? It'll blow up your phone, email, and text with, yes, sellers that need and want to sell. Beautiful, lovely thing. Now, first and foremost, surfing for deals. Now, you can do it for free, right? With a little bit of elbow grease. You can go to Craigslist. You can go to Facebook Marketplace. You can go to any online place like Zillow. Just be careful not to sign up and do certain things because then the agent's going to call you back. Then they're going to try to, hey, oh, yeah, you got a deal. Then they're going to go to the seller, say, I got a buyer, which is you, blah, 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 try to get a listing, and then sell you the deal. That's how that works, okay? Don't want to do that. What you want to do is make sure that it is an off-market property. So let's see if we can find an off-market property here. Yes, on crazy Zillow. I'm not a fan of Zillow, Billow, Trillo, Debillo, or whatever the hell you want to call them. There's Realtor.com. What was that? There's Realtor.com. You got Trulia. You got what else? Redfin. They're all out there. Can you find deals on the MLS? Sure. So here's a couple of things. Here's a comparison, right? You got coaching and mentoring. Is coaching better than mentoring? No, mentoring rocks over coaching. So mentoring is the jam. And I'm not bipartisan to it simply because that's what we do, right? One-on-one mentoring with the Amp Live mentoring program. You can scan that. If you're already in the group, you probably don't need to scan that, but I'll pull another one up for the one-on-one mentoring and I'll put that down there. Take a look, grab that Surfing for Deals link. It's free. It's going to help you out. All right. So, but the difference between what? Off market, on market properties, off market, on market. Is off market better than on market? Of course. MLS, on market. Right? Off market, no MLS. Which one's better? Off market, of course, right? I mean, you got more deals. There's more you can control. You can control fatter checks. You can control the narrative. You can work a deal against other knuckleheads who are not as experienced as you or others, or even myself or others, right? And we'll go in and get the deal. Do we have to kill it on every deal if you're pushing volume? No. Can you do a smaller percentage return on investment? Of course you can if you're pushing volume. If you're looking for the unicorns, then of course, yeah, I got to make 100, 150 every deal. Well, good luck to you. Maybe you'll get a deal a quarter, or maybe you'll get one or two a year. It's all right. If that works for them, cool. Depends on their exit strategy. It's not really a business. It's more like a hobby. So when you're in this business and you're there to rock and roll, you want to push some volume. But I'm going to tell you a little story. I've seen it back even in the last cycle. People who've actually done the business and then they end up, creating software and doing all this other good stuff. Find there's more money in the software and the real estate stuff and the coaching and selling their products than there is actually doing the business, even though they'll still do the business, right? So my point is that when people say, yeah, I've done like, hey, I've done 1,000 deals, but they're like 800 or $1,000 or $500 a deal, right? So what? Sounds great, but the margins suck, right? And then there's others out there going, yeah, hey, I got this gigantic group and all this other good stuff, and blah, 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 blah. That's okay too, right? It's the 80-15 rule. Or it used to be the 80-20 rule. It's the 85-15 rule. 15% of that group or real estate investment club or whatever, rock and roll, including the ones that created it. The rest are all newbies and just fillers, and they're going to come and go like a brokerage, right? So what I'm getting at here is that it doesn't matter. Hey, you're going to make, trust me. Having a big, gigantic group, you're going to be able to cherry pick tons of deals. And then you're going to rock with the ones at the top. And then the ones at the top, they're going to do their bidding for you and do all the other work for the sheep that are in the group and club, right? So that works. It's a model that works. It's out there, right? It's out there until it doesn't work, right? Everything comes out of the wash at the end of the day. So that's how that works, right? The bottom line is there deals? But again, I'm talking to a lot of people who've either trying to do the YouTube thing. You can figure out how to build a rocket ship on YouTube. All bullshit, man. Bottom line is there's always little pieces and little things that are eliminated from YouTube where you're still going to have to do your research, right? They're kind of like gravy on the top of the meal. The meal's the meal. Not going to share the meal with you on fucking YouTube, right? But there are people that say, hey, YouTube, you can learn anything. You can do anything. Yeah, it's a lot of information. That's part of it. Then you got to get all the other pieces and study to find the rest of the information to put the puzzle together. Are they delivering puzzles and delivering the whole enchilada on YouTube? No, of course not. Because everybody has something to sell, including us, right? Do we work for free? No. Do I do this shit for free? Of course not, right? Do I do it because we're humanitarians, right? And want to, kumbaya everybody in the world? No. It's a business. It is what it is, right? Real estate's a business. Everything's a business. Everybody wants to be an influencer and social media person. So you figure, where the fuck am I going with this, right? Where is this tangent taking us? Where is it leading? Where is it leading? It's leading to this business of creative real estate investing, right? It's a business, so you must treat it like a business. You must honor it like a business. There's going to be blood, sweat, and tears in this business. You're going to have your ups and your downs and all kinds of awesome stuff, right? And you're probably going, that's not awesome. Of course it is. It's all on how you frame it. You can frame it as poor me, this and my family and that, and I can't do the business, or I don't have time for that, or I can't figure this out, or no one wants to help me, and I need guidance and all this stuff, but you don't want to write a check. You want to figure it out yourself. I'm stubborn. Trust me. Last cycle, stubborn as shit. Was I willing to write a check to some of the gurus? Yes, I was. Did I have the check? No, but I would figure out how to get it. I'd sell off a bunch of shit if I knew I was working with this person that said they were going to help me. I went through that. And I said, you know what? Pay you 20 grand? Okay, cool. Do I get to work with this person? No. Do I get to hang out with this person? No. Do I get to go with them and work deals? No. Do they get to go with me to work deals? No. I go, what the fuck am I paying $20,000 for? Right? What am I paying $20,000 for? Well, because you're going to get a coach. It's one of the top coaches in this program. They know the one who has the program. They're there. They're friends and all that shit, whatever, right? Or it's been chosen by the person. I go, okay, well, that's kind of cool. It's okay, but I'm not going to talk to the one who I'm paying the $20,000 to. No, but we'll hold you accountable, and you're going to get all this stuff, right? 20 pounds of books and CDs and videos and PDFs, groups and all this stuff. And I go, okay, well, what happens then? What if I need something? Well, we're just there to, what, will you be there if I need you and call you and say, help me do a deal? Nope. But we'll be there to make sure that you watch video 157 on negotiating if you're in a property and you're going to rock a deal. But we're not going to help you with that. Oh, shit. And then others that say they are going to help you, well, they show up through email support. We're going, what the fuck is email support? The reason I say this is because these are horror stories, right, that have happened to others, as well as myself. So when I'm on the phone, they're trying to close me for 20 grand. I'm like, fuck, you know what? I guess I'm going to have to go to plan B. Fuck. I was willing to sell my car, do whatever I needed to do to pay because I figured I was going to be working with this person, not some coach or some flunky reading out of a book or someone who's wanting to coach and train and teach me how to do certain things when I'm paying 20 grand to the program for this person, right? I'm like, that's bullshit. I said, okay, well, that's not going to work. So I had to go to plan B and go, well, let me see if I can find some more people, but maybe ones that I can connect with. And just kept getting back into the business. Of course, I'm working with a full-time job, full-time gig, salary and all that good stuff, 70, 80, 90 hours a week. And so I just got frustrated and I quit that freaking gig, got me a management job Monday through Friday, no weekends, from 4:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. So I figured, hey, I could dedicate the rest of my 40, 50 hours, right, to real estate right here. This is the jam. It's a lifestyle. It's not a job. It's not a career. You have to love it. You have to love certain aspects of it to appreciate it, or it'll never work for you. Just being truthful. The bottom line is you have to dedicate, yes, your life. You have to dedicate yourself, to this business. Because in the beginning, it's going to be you. You're the chef. You're the one who was open the doors to let the Patreons in, let the people in, right? Even if it's a coffee shop, a restaurant, a store, it doesn't matter. Whatever business it is, you gotta take those clients. You gotta onboard them. You gotta work with them. You gotta wash the dishes, right? You gotta make the food. You gotta serve it all up, and then you gotta clean everything up, close up shop. Let's do it again tomorrow. In the beginning, too many people trying to go out there. Let me get a VA, and I need a VA for this, and I'm going to do this and do that and do this and do that and do this and build out my website. 6 months later, you got these leads, and you don't know shit on how to work them. You shit can all those leads. You spend all that money, and then you say it didn't work. Trust me, there's a lot of people that come aboard that work with us that have been through that. Spent 20, 30, 36,000 bucks on another program. And what happens? Nothing, right? Coach, or actually, no, this would happen for reals with some young lady. 36,000 bucks, 3, 4, 5, 6 months going by, nothing, no deals, comes aboard, said, oh my God, I've been praying for you. I've been praying for someone like you guys and what you do with one-on-one and hand-holding. I don't know how you have the patience to do that. You guys are a godsend. Oh my God, I cried when you guys, were telling me all this stuff. So I came aboard and we start working within 30, 60 days. What? We're getting contracts. We're rocking and rolling. He goes, oh my God, how come they didn't tell me all this stuff that you're telling me? Because we're not the same, right? This is apples. You got apples to apples and apples to potatoes, right? You got potatoes and we're the juicy apple. That's the difference, right? We're going to be there one-on-one because we have an investment in you and you have an investment in us. So it's reciprocal. That's what needed to be done when I started AHA, Americans Helping Americans, back in 2010, 11, 12, 13, in the early years. Because it needed to be reciprocal. And how do we do that? And how do we also do that without charging 50, 60, 80, 100,000 bucks to do that? Well, we figured it out. This is what we do. And yes, there's other little programs. You want a little coaching program. You want a 90-day program, a 30-day program, right? That stuff is there too. Because you might not be ready for the one-on-one yet, right? And we'll all know. It's a selection process, and it'll continue to be a selection process into the next cycle and next cycle. That is the jam. We got that mastered. But again, saying, well, where are we going with this, man? Where do I find these deals? Well, I'm putting this all together for you to understand, so you understand why some people find deals and rock and roll, and other deals, or other people are going after deals and don't rock and roll, right? It's either the programs, it's what they're going after, it's how they frame their mind, because 99% of this is mindset, right? And 90% is showing up to the party. Those two things. The ones that are rocking and rolling doing deals have those two things. The ones that are spinning their wheels, looking for deals, no one's willing to help me, I need guidance, blah, 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 blah. They're not doing those two things. They don't have the mindset, and they're not showing up to the party, or they show up to the party when it's convenient. So that's a big difference, right? People who show up when it's convenient are not serious about the business. The ones that show up and they rock and they keep moving forward, those are serious people, right? They show up when they don't even have to show up or shouldn't show up. That's the difference between the two, right? That's the difference between someone who is serious and someone who's just are not very serious, right? Because they do it when it's convenient. You can't run a business. You can't have a business. You can't get the rewards of the fruit, right? If it's convenient to you, right? That's different. Like, I'll give you an analogy, right? And I read this, I believe, in Think and Grow Rich or some book, right? Young man goes and says, look, hey, sir, can I buy an apple? You sure can. Which one would you like? Well, so we got these used ones on the floor. And then we got these nice juicy ones on the tree, right? Which one would you like? He goes, well, I would like that one. Points to it and it's green as fuck. So it's green. You don't want that apple. You can't eat it. No, I'd like to buy that apple. And here's a nickel. Oh, well, that's not worth a nickel. The apples are actually 25 cents. Okay, well, I'd like that apple, and I'd like to pay a nickel for it. Can I do that, sir? Sure, nickel, sure. Takes the nickel. He's getting ready to pull it out of the tree. Goes, no, sir. You can leave it right there. I'll come back when it's ripe. I'll come back in a month, and I'll grab that apple. So he bought the apple for a nickel when it cost 25 cents. Kind of like substitute existing financing, seller financing, options. That's more like an option, right? I would like this big ass building. Here's $100,000. Here's my option. But then I'm gonna do a few things, this and that, boom, boom. 4 or 5 years, I'm gonna execute that 100,000 when that thing is worth, millions. That's an option for you, right? That's the beauty of creative real estate investing, right? Creative real estate investing is leverage, and using unique strategies to leverage money, assets, things of that nature, right? So again, we're going, well, what does that have to do with leads? Where's the leads? Well, surfing for deals is one. Grab that. It's going to show you how to find leads. Easy peasy, right? They're all going to be off market. Some will be on market. I suggest the ones that are posting stuff on the MLS, they're probably agents or brokers, and they're posting stuff in a for sale by owner section. You can, if you want to deal with them, and then you want to go with, whatever, because there's always trends, right? JVs, daisy chains, running ads that when you don't have leads and, just to build a buyer's list and stuff like that. MLS versus off market, right? Until it's dead. Everything's a phase. The bottom line is, you ride those motherfuckers to the end if you can. If you're getting in and that is your only jam, then it's going to end sooner or later. You're going to have to figure out, it's going to be a day late, dollar short to keep on rocking and rolling, right? Because you will eventually perish and get out of the business, or you're going to have to adjust and adapt really fast and really quick to be able to rock and roll and continue into the next cycle, to continue with your career moving forward, right? Because that's what this is, after all. There's no puns about it. You can get in. You want to do it part-time, you can. Do it part-time. Do you need a lot of hours? No. Can you do this anywhere in the United States of America or the world? Yeah. You just need one of these, right? These things that blow up your brain and your mind and cloud up your I did it for the rock. I'm sorry. Did that shit last time. That's a personal joke. But you have these here, right? It's cell phone, iPads, text. If you got access to a computer, you can rent one. You can go find a computer. You can go to the library, right? They have, I think they still have that stuff there, don't they? So there's no excuse if you really, really want to do it. And you will do your best work when your back is up against the wall. That's what I did. Every time my back is up against the wall, I win, right? And maybe that's just on purpose. Maybe I do that to myself on purpose. Everybody does what they do. Everybody knows what they need to do. But there's deals out there, I'm telling you, everywhere. You can walk down the street. If you want to drive for dollars or even walk for dollars, you can. You can find properties. Boom. Get that deal machine or Propelio app or whatever. Bloop, take a picture of that property. You can't afford to send a postcard or a letter. Well, fuck, do everything manually. Take a picture, get the address, call them up, pay a couple of pennies for a skip trace. I think some of them might give you free skip tracing. I don't know. There's no links or affiliate links. Yeah, probably 2025. We're going to gearing up for that. We're going to squeeze money out of every single thing we can because that's the business. The cycle is going to be changing and shifting. We're going to be there for this cycle and next cycle. Yeah, we're going to be doing the affiliate marketing thing, AHA University, all that good stuff needs to roll. Because sooner or later, look, I'm not going to want to be mentoring people one-on-one forever. And if they do, it's not going to be what we charge today because that's pennies on the dollar, and it's a lot of love, a lot of hand holding, and a lot of work together. Yeah, you build relationships. At the end of the day, sometimes we pick winners, and sometimes we don't. It is what it is, right? That's the nature of the game. There's a lot of awesome, great people out there, including yourself, who really need help. We'd love to help you. There's a lot of cool people out there that are like, you know what, shit, I just need a little bit of direction. Can you help me? Sure. Open door policy. But you got to engage. If you don't engage, a lot of people watch your videos and stuff like that. But, hey, for whatever reason, maybe, if I'm too intimidating or not, or, whatever. Hopefully this helps it you, or maybe I'm not intimidated. Maybe whatever. It is what it is. I see people online and go, fuck, I don't like that person. I see people and I don't like what they're saying. I see people on there, man, comb your hair. Shave your beard. The mustache, right? What the hell are you wearing, right? What are you in, right? What's up with the backpack, right? Fucking nerds and shit. So don't take offense about the nerds. That's just me, right? I'm an ex-rock and roller, right? So I've never packed a bag with a fucking backpack, right? Even when I did business, I didn't do a backpack, right? Yeah, maybe I was an airline nerd, right? It looked like I was an airline pilot with a big-ass bag with all my files in it, right? I still do that. It's not a roll bag, but I do have my regular bag. Shit, right here. Where I go, business, right? Got to rock and roll with your business bag, right? They call it the bag of tricks. Every mentee has one. You can have your contracts, your agreements, all the stuff that you need in there in case you do not have your laptop, but you should have your laptop with you. And if you don't, for whatever reason, at least you got your bag of tricks ready to rock and roll. So if you're at a property and you see a property and you stop and you go boom, and all of a sudden there's a conversation, you start talking, boom, 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 you're in the house, you walk the house, and now you walk out with a contract. It can happen, right? Because you're always in the business, you're always rocking and rolling, and you can do it anywhere in the United States of America. Excuse me. Other mentees have figured that out just by doing it, right? Until they get their aha moments, right? And everybody does that. I had one young man is like, oh, I got to be at my office. I got to be at home. I got to be this till I can get everything prepared and get all my stuff lined out and make sure you're okay. And then, take an hour to get going and shit and then fucking get going. No. Found out later on, hey, I can do that. Hey, you're on vacation. And you lock up a deal and you get a deal and you own a pad. Sub 2, right? That's the way it works. Until the mind sees it. It's like the Missouri Show Me State. They need to see it to make sure that it's real. They need to see it before it happens. There needs to be trigger points. You got your subconscious to your conscious mind. Excuse me. And then it goes, there's got to be a trigger. Some type of trigger in there that goes, oh, now I understand, okay? Same thing with leads. You have to frame it and think, man, there's tons and tons of leads out there. When I get one, I need to lock it in, and I need to remember that that's my money. I'm going to help them, but if you're thinking about money first, you're going to lose. You got to think about the seller. You got to think about them as your client. Then you got to think about your if you're going to wholesale it, think about your investor, taking care of them, and then you're last on the totem pole, right? Okay? If you can do that, then you'll win. If you're putting yourself at the top, saying I got to make this money, otherwise I got to go back to work, or I'm gonna have to do this, or I'm gonna have to do that, or I just need to make some money, then you're gonna lose because you're putting yourself first, you're putting your client second, and you're putting your investor last, right? That's not gonna work. A lot of people do that and they wonder why it didn't work or why it failed, right? Just like the young lady who spent $36,000 to figure that shit out, and then after that, I think 6 months later, hey, we want to pay for a coach, $10,000 more, we'll get you a coach. What are they going to do? Oh, well, they're going to make sure you're working the program correctly, right? I was like, shit, no, I'm good to go. I already got something. That's what happens, right? Coaching can only take you so far. Mentoring will take you to the next level. On market properties, off market properties, MLS, and off market. MLS will get you so far, but off market will always feed you when the MLS is not. Because the MLS is going to shit anyways. I said a long time ago, the MLS needs to go to shit anyways. It's antiquated, it's old, it's bullshit. Too what do you call it, bureaucracy and all that good stuff, right? Why should you have to pay for MLS, pay for a National Association of Realtors, pay for a car, pay for all this bullshit? They make all that money, keep that fucking huge machine rolling and, and lobbying and all that bullshit. And then the agents do all the damn work. That's bullshit, right? But it is what it is, right? Until it's not. So we rock and roll on both sides, right? Now, what I mean by that is that expertise. There's expertise that I associate myself with the traditional, right? Listings, agents, brokers, all that good stuff. Lending, private money, traditional, FHA, conventional, all that good stuff. And then I live in the private sector, right? That's creative real estate investing. Options, sub-2, rent to own, seller financing. Any way we can construct a deal with less money, using more leverage, and using what's in place, using sub-2 or subject to the existing financing or subject to the existing taxes or subject to whatever the hell we want it to be, as long as it's in black and white with 20,000 CYA letters and disclosures to cover our arses, I feel good about that. Others will say, hey, is it super secure? Look, real estate is the most secure, but everything, there's always a risk. I don't care what, you can jump in a car, you can get in a crash and die. You can buy a property sub-2 and shit can fuck up, right? It is what it is. Nothing is ever secure 100%. You can buy a house and get a loan. And then all of a sudden you're going, oh, why is my house on auction.com? Because of human error. Human error happens. People make decisions. Things change. There's nothing 100% solid. There's risk in everything you do. First and foremost, full disclaimer, I am not an attorney. I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm not a financial analyst. I am not a CPA, XYZ, 99, X-Man, Deadpool. I'm just kidding. I'm none of those things, okay? The bottom line is this. If you want to find deals, yes, you got to frame it as gold. Here you go. Frame that sumbitch as gold, right? You got gold, but then think of it as bags of gold. Every property is a bag of freaking gold, okay? Doesn't matter. Don't try to judge the lead. Oh, they want $500,000. They want $1 million for their $500,000 property. I'm not going to call them. Blah, 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 blah. Too many fucking excuses. You can have excuses or results. You cannot have both. I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of it. We're all human beings. I just know that, hey, when I turn my shit on, my shit is done. I go to win. I'm going to win. I'm not going to say at all costs, but yes, at all costs to a fine point, right? Right? Of not breaking the law, of not doing anything unethical. I'm staying in the realm of integrity, loyalty, and communication. Those are the things that govern us from making that extra step, from doing things you should not be doing. Take care of your client and your seller. You're going, well, the client's not really they're not my client. Look, potato, whatever you want to say, that's what we call them. We treat them like clients. We give them the VIP treatment because that's what they deserve, right? And then our goal is to take care of our investors. The ones that are going to either lend the money, private money, or it's going to be, hey, they want the deal. However, we got to do to take care of them, we do that. And then we're last on the totem pole, getting paid, period. Or, hey, whatever has to happen, right? If we got to make some stuff happen because the investor's not happy, then we got to make that happen. The only thing we will not do, you can do it, others do it. We're not going to backpedal. This is what it is. It's an awesome, juicy deal. If you don't want that, cool, then you can back out. We'll plug someone else in, or we'll take the son of a bitch down ourselves. But we know that when we put a deal together, it's being super fair with the client, and we're going to sign off on it. We don't ever have to backpedal. Well, you know what? We can't do that because of this and because of that. If we made a mistake, we made a mistake. Either let them out of the damn contract, or, we'll go back and ask, because it doesn't hurt to ask, right? You can always ask. You'd be an idiot not to ask. We found this and we found that. We found this. This is not gonna happen. We need. Can you do it for this price, or can we work something out here? We found out that they didn't even, like a seller as an example. They had a water filtration system inside the home, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Getting a divorce, been married forever, didn't even know about it. They know they got it done, but they thought it was paid off because they weren't communicating. One said, yes, I think it's done. I don't know. Comes up in the prelim. First prelim didn't show it. Right before we get ready to close, prelim comes up. And it says there's a water filtration system for $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Did you guys know about this? Yeah, but it's paid off. Oh, no, it's not. There's a freaking lien on here. So what are we going to do? Right? Oh, we worked it out for them to pay it. I think I shaved off. Look, I said, tell you what, I'll put in $1,000 or whatever. Work it out. Throw in some pizza or something. I'm just kidding. Right? But we made it work. And that's different. Okay? But we're also taking care of who? The client. And taking care of the investor. And then us, last on totem pole, even if we got to write a check when we don't have to, just to make the clients happy if the investor doesn't want to do it. But we're not going to get into a pissing contest. They know the value of what we bring to the table, the investor. They know the value. Sellers will figure that out, right? Once they see what's out there and they make calls and go this and talk to their family and all this good stuff and go, okay, well, wow. Nobody came to the rescue except AHA, Americans Help Americans, Erick and her team and all that good stuff, right? VIP Execs Realty and lending and all that good stuff, right? That's the difference. Get a testimonial, move on. Some want to give testimony, some don't. It doesn't matter. The bottom line is that we ask for referrals too. Anybody else is in the situation, and they're happy. They got some money to move on. New chapter in their life. Investors are happy. We are happy too. Unless we take it down, then that's a totally different story. Then they're working with us to make that whole transaction happen, right? If they're working with us, the seller's probably going to end up getting more money at the end of the day, especially from us. But you got to find those deals, right? Getting all harshed up here. All right, deals. So first and foremost, you can use data as well. There is a company called, for data? Now, there's a place called REI Resource. I don't know, maybe pull it up on a tab here. You guys check it out. What do we got here? Oh, don't forget to do that. Sign up, grab that. Surfing for deals. Blow up your phone, text, and email, but you got to take action. If you don't take action, nothing happens, right? So even if you show up to the party, you can show up to the party, but hey, if you don't get on the dance floor and boogie woogie, right, nothing's going to happen. You got to go out there and do some dancing, right? Or jump in the ring, throw some blows, whatever it is, whatever analogy works for you, okay? But you got to do it. So let me see if I can pull up what else we got here. So for real estate on leads, if you're looking for data and looking for leads, one, you can go, to all the platforms, Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace. You can go to Zillow, you can go to Redfin, or just wherever you can wherever there's an off-market property, you can go. And if you want the on-market properties, they all have APIs that plug into the MLS. That's what they pay for. That's what they pay thousands of dollars for, to bring in those things. So you can go to realtor.com, all that good stuff. You'll find tons of shit on the MLS. I'm not going to get into how you can find them, but there are certain parameters, right? You want to look for the ones that have been days on the market forever. The houses are all thrashed, right? They got minimal views, but they've been on the market for a long time. You can actually, you can actually go and look up properties that are marginal, maybe 2-3 years old. They got a shitty loan, it's not a shitty loan, but 6-7% or maybe 4 or 5, whatever. And then go ahead and try to locate those people. Because if they got a $450,000 property and they're trying to sell it for $500,000, the only person who's going to get paid is a real estate agent. So the real estate agent, if you can find them, negotiate with them, and share that you're there to help them out and still get them paid, they'll allow you to work a deal with the seller going sub-2 with some seller financing on there, right? And those are what I call for the 10%ers. You can sign them suckers up and sell them to those jabronis all day long, because they'll buy them. Just make sure you know what you're doing, because you're using an agent, so that's kind of smart, because then it's on them. Hey, the bottom line is you're working through an agent and all that good stuff, right? If you're doing it personally, first person's going to call you is they're going to call you, right? Because you're the one who put the deal together. This route, they're going to call the agent, right? Then they're going to say, hey, man, if it goes sour and, they don't make the payments. It is what it is. But full disclosure on this is that, hey, you find the agent, they call them what, the unicorn agents, or it's going to be most likely newbie agents, right? Just want to get paid, want to get the commission. They'll go ahead and allow you to do your thing with the seller, lock it up, sell it off, seller finance with the wrap to someone else. They get paid. Seller gets a couple of bucks now, right? Simply because before they probably would have had a payout. I've seen a lot of those in Washington and other states that the mentee was working in. And some were like, oh my God, what? Yeah, I actually get paid, and the agent gets paid, and then yeah, you get paid, and then the investors get paid. Wow, this is a beautiful, lovely thing, right? So it does work, but you got to hunt and you got to find those deals that are out there. There's a lot of them out there, especially right now, because there's a lot that have interest rates that are 4, 5, 6, 7% that are all marginal for whatever reason, want to sell, want to move, don't like the area, and just can't sell that property because it's too damn tight, right? It's overpriced. So you can find that. That's a different jam. We like to just go, hey, doesn't matter whether it's on the MLS or talking to an agent or you're talking to directly to the homeowner. We like to talk directly to the homeowner. So that's why off market. And remember, there's always an abundance. Kind of like, I'll share that a little bit later. So off market properties, tons and tons and tons of properties everywhere, right? They don't got to be listed on MLS, but I will tell you, 70%, right, will eventually be listed on the MLS. The 20% will stay off market, or 30%. And those are statistics, so don't hold me to them. They are what they are. They change all the time. Are going to be off market, right? So you're going, well, that's only 30%. It's not a lot. But yeah, if you're hunting them, you'll find them, right? Is there going to be more eventually going to be on the MLS? Of course. So there's tons and tons and tons. But what you're looking for, there's a lot smaller pool, right? Because the ones that are eventually list, right, they either got equity or a bunch of equity, or they're going to sell it for top dollar. You're looking for all the what? Off market, looking for distressed properties. On market, looking for tight ass fucking houses or distressed properties that look like shit and on the market forever, and the agent's doing a horrible job. Smaller market, smaller pool. Over here, same thing. It's a little smaller market. There's tons of properties everywhere. Because if you go off market, that'd be like, how many houses do we have in the United States of America? Millions and millions and millions, right? Are they all for sale? You can say yes, and you can say no. You could probably argue everything's for sale if the price is right, right? Of course. But realistically, is every house for sale? No. But the ones that are thinking about it, right? You got to get into the statistics. I'm not going to get into all that. You know, how many times do people move, the empty nesters, job relocations. Life will happen. So there's always a big mix of what? Off-market properties, off-market properties, off-market properties. That's who we go and hunt. And then we narrow it down because there's riches and niches, and you get down to the nitty and gritty and then take over that market. You can't take over the market if you're working it, right? But at the end of the day, that's what we go after. And then anything on top, right? Because I'm not going to lie, probably 95% is all off market. Maybe 5%, maybe, that will mess with an MLS, mess with an agent who has a short sale or foreclosure or some type of distressed property or situation where they're allowing us to talk with the seller directly and work in a deal, because the seller is going to get paid, the investor is going to get paid, the real estate agent is going to get paid, and we're going to make money, right? So it does happen. That just trickles in the funnel just because we're doing the flow, right? You got to do the workflow and you got to have those verticals. Start off with surfing for deals. It's the easiest way to go. Then you can get some software and start using that software to bring in more leads, right? It'll definitely bring in at least probably 30% response rate. If we do 100, that's 130, 150 or more a month. If you scale it up, shit, you can get up to 200, 300, 400 leads. But yeah, it's a lot of work, right? You better have a small village to work all those leads, to do the underwriting, to speak to them and all that good stuff, right? You can talk about AI and automation all you want. That's cool. If it works for you, awesome. Not saying it's not saying it's not going to work. There's some cool stuff out there, right? It's just plugging in those things. But when you're starting out, you're not starting out with a franchise. You're not starting out with the McDonald's. You're not starting out with somebody who's already figured out the model to sell them hamburgers to millions and millions of people. You're starting out going, where do I start? What do I do? How do I find deals? How do I work them? How do I underwrite them? How do I know what a deal is and what a deal's not? Do I do coaching? Do I do mentoring? Do I do YouTube? Do I do TikTok? Right? Tons of shit. Here's your first step. Click that down below. It's in the feed. Reach out. See if we're a good fit. Get that surfing for deals. That's going to get you out there, at least talking to people, finding properties. If you get stuck, reach out. We'll help you. Simple. Okay? But you can do that free. If you want to go on and do the MLS stuff, then cool. Do the Zillow, do the Redfin. You can still do the same thing. Copy and paste, boom. Copy and paste, boom. Reach out to those agents, but you're going to have to qualify them. Same way you're going to qualify a seller. You got to learn how to qualify the seller to turn that into a lead, to an appointment, to an offer, to a deal, to a COE, close of escrow. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pull this up real quick and wrap this up. We're already at what? 45 minutes? So you get that free Facebook group training, right? Go to that group right now. You can join right there. I believe it's let me see. Let me go right here. What is that? You go right there, scan that. If you're watching this, priority in the group. If it's out floating around after this is being monetized, you can go check it out and take a look. See what we got here. Okay. All right. Let's go here. Got a QR code for you. So that's there. You can do that. At the same token, whoops, let's pull this up here. And you can go right here. I pulled it up. You can go right there, and that QR code, scan that QR code, lock in, right? Free consult for your one-on-one mentoring if that's what you choose to do. I would suggest if you've been beat up in the industry and you're trying to find deals, work deals, trying to figure out how to do the business, how to set up your business, then you're probably ready for us, right? It's usually the ones that have been beat up, spinning their wheels 5, 6, 7, 8 months, a year and a half, and still have not done a deal, have done some deals, but they went sour, went crazy, or you got burned and ripped off by other investors, JV crap, and daisy chainers, then you're probably a perfect fit for us, and vice versa. But we got to make sure that we're, personality wise and all that good stuff, and you'll be able to coachable, be able to, be show up to the party, and you can follow directions, take action. Then, hey, we have a little chit chat, see what your situation is. How far have you gone in your coaching and training thus far in your career? And if it's a good fit, we will definitely work together. See, I got something right here for you. I wanted to pull this up. Where's it at? Lives. Oh, I got to add this. Okay. Live sales. Let me add one more thing for the Surfing for Deals. It's absolutely free. So go ahead and we're going to add all these. Where's it at? Get instant access to my Surfing for Deals training. You're going to get the video and a PDF. If you got any questions, definitely reach out. So I believe it's right there. Oh, that's the one I want. That's the one. What am I looking for? Here it is. Here we go. All right. So you can scan that. So scan that. Get the free Surfing for Deals training. It's a video and a PDF. Copy and paste. Easy peasy. 30% response rate. Your phone, email, text going to blow up with leads. Sellers that want or need to sell. Right? We want the ones that want to sell and the ones that need to sell. Make some friends with the real estate agent or a broker and give it to them. Right? And then when you need help, they'll help you. Just make sure everything's reciprocal, right? It's always about vetting and building that real estate network for yourself and others as you're exploring into the business, right? And getting into this. So also, AHA, Americans Helping Americans, Amp Live, the American Mentee Program, powered by Amp Live Media, VIP Execs, Realty and Lending. Step into excellence. We're looking to speak with you, looking to touch bases with you. And if you're wanting to come aboard the team, because we are looking for some people. We're going to be doing this, I believe, next Saturday. Where you go into the office. If you're in Southern California, you want to come in, awesome. Or you can be remote anywhere in the United States of America, right? We'll hook you up. Dial. And when you get one, boom, we're going to show you how to rock that lead, turn it into a submission, because the mission, we're going to talk about the mission is the submission. Get that submission, boom. Then we're going to underwrite it, set up an appointment, and then we're going to go out there and lock up that property. Or we'll make it contingent upon inspection, right? And write it up. That's kind of like the spaghetti at the wall. But if they say, hey, they got a $600,000 property and want $300,000, we don't need to go see the property, right? We're gonna buy a contingent upon inspection, get them to sign that contract. Of course, we're gonna go check it out and make sure it's not burnt down, because that's happened before too, right? So you got to cross your T's, dot your I's. The devil is in the details. That is the difference between what we do and others do. That is the difference between, like I mentioned, right, coaching and mentoring. Big difference. But there are deals out there. Also data. If you are looking for data too, then you can go to REI. I believe it's called REI Resource or List Resource. It's a little clunky, but you can get data there. There's Propelio for your CRM. There's what's the other good one? REI Reply is a good one. See, they got who else would I recommend? Now remember, there's no affiliate links here, so just watch the video back and forth. And you go out there and check it out. I don't have any links for you, but that some come with data and some don't. There's some CRMs have all the bells and whistles and some don't. Some are like, I always say, it's kind of like Android and Apple, right? Apple's nice and sexy but locked up. Android's kind of clunky, but it's good if you want to manipulate the system. So like REI applies like that, and then you got others that are super, pretty and sexy in the inside, right? But they don't let you do as much, right? Or you can't, do things with this system than you can with this system. Batch is not too bad on their, I believe, skip tracing. But we use the REI Reply, and then we use their Skip Butler. We get the three best numbers, and so far it's been pretty good. Their data's been pretty awesome. REI Reply has been pretty cool. A little harder to get up and running, right? So it's kind of like back in the day with Podio. Podio, you can plug in all kinds of cool shit like WordPress and everything, but unless you're a programmer, good luck. And then emerged a bunch of people saying, "Hey, I got a system here. You can buy it for $2,500, and it's $1,000 a month." They created a business doing that because if you break it, someone's got to fix it, right? Because it does break, right, on the Podio stuff. But that's what you got to think about at the end of the day. Just making sure that one, the services they have inside their CRM, because CRMs have changed so much. It's almost like a 360. Oh my gosh! Back in the day, they had those shitty Salesforce and all these other crazy things that were fucking, excuse my French, right? They're just horrible. They weren't built for real estate, right? They're built for sales, sales of selling a widget and all that other good stuff, right? But now you got stuff that's plugged into marketing and social media and all this good stuff. But again, that's tech. So if you were there last night, I did a live last night about tech, right? Tech, and right now it's all about you. You, working on you. You are the magic. You are the one that's going to be the difference between getting deals and not getting deals, right? You want to be the one that says this, hey, you work the deal and you rock it. And then the other one's doing the same thing, but they're not getting the deal. Why? Because they suck, right? Their mental capacity's not there. Their mindset's not there. They're not showing up to the party or show up whenever the hell they want. Then they wonder why they're not getting deals. This one does, right? That's what my goal is for you. You want to hang out, you hang out with rock and rollers, hang out with winners. We're going to show you how to get into the ring, kick some ass. And we like to get in the ring, kick some ass too. So sometimes we might jump in the ring to kick some ass. I guarantee you come aboard to work with us. We'll be in the ring first, jump into the ring with you, kicking some ass. And then we're going to jump out of the ring and let you kick some ass. But if you need help, we'll jump in. Okay. That's what this is all about. All right. So first and foremost, hope you're having an awesome day. Stay tuned for Sunday's rants and raves tomorrow. And then we're going to, after church, of course. And then Monday, Mindset Money Mondays. And then we're out in the field Tuesday, so we'll be in and out. Wednesday, Wellness Wednesday, out probably in the area or hitting one of these, farmers markets and stuff. And then just talking about health and business and things that are coming up or any new PSA, public service announcements. And then on Thursdays, another sales and field day, be out and about. Or we'll show properties, not show properties, or we just, whatever. We just move on a dime pretty much. But that is at least somewhat of a schedule. And then Friday for Friday highlights, got our pulse of real estate and sharing things with you. And then back to Saturday for a little bit of Saturday training. And then, hey, if we're out and about or you're out and about in Southern California or you got some deals, send them over. We'll underwrite them. If they look juicy, we will buy them from you, or we'll run them through the network and we'll all get paid or not, right? Or we're going to say, this is not a deal. Did you pull title? Did you check there's a second and third on this property? It's not a deal. Or whatever it is, right? I always say the more problems, the more money you'll make. So we'll look for those problems, or whatever it is, doesn't matter. Title issues, all kinds of crazy stuff, right? We can work it. That's what creative real estate is all about, right? It's not always necessarily the easiest. That's okay. But that's where the money's at, right? Even if you got gobs and gobs of money, it's all about, for me, it's always about the art of the deal, right? It's all about the creative real estate. It's all about the transaction, negotiating, getting the deal. After that, I don't really care about everything else. I do. I want to get paid. But I'd rather have marketing, take care of marketing, dispo, take care of dispo, and then run it through escrow and transaction coordinators, get that shit done. Right? Doesn't mean, but I know how to do it all, because you should know how to do it all. Right? I get it. You're not buying a car. You buy a car, you buy a Lambo because you want it for what? For your image. If you're buying it to race, or you're buying it because of maybe to sell them or come up with whatever it is, a model, or you're buying into a business, then you're going to want to know where do the tires come from, right? What's the interior? What's it made out of? How's the engine built? Where the parts come from? What, they come from China? And okay, what? We can't do that. How do we do it? You figure out things by doing what, right? It's your business, so you need to see the whole business. You have to understand the whole business Doesn't mean, but you should work every part of the business, and then you sharpen your skill sets on the best, and then you bring in other peeps to do your thing, right? If you're going to expand and grow. Others are like, that's cool. I just want to be me, a couple of people in my family, I want to do the business, I want to make some money. I just want to do 2 or 3 deals every quarter. That'll change your life. Trust me, right? You're making 60, 70, 80, $150,000 a year, and you do maybe, 2, 3 a quarter. If you wholesale, maybe a fix and flip here and there, a sub 2 for acquiring. Oh my gosh, it's going to change your life, right? Based on a fix and flip or a wholesale deal or a buy and hold with leverage and then pulling a little bit of money out. So after you're done, you pretty much bought that son of a bitch for free, right? People out there do it. We do it. So others do it. You can do it. That is the beauty of what we do. So scan that right there. That'll start you off right. It also gets you in contact with us, and we'll communicate. We'll talk. Or, I'm not going to bug you. Bottom line is, hey, you go do your thing. You reach out. Probably get some emails. If you do want to reach out, you want to talk with myself and others on the team, then cool, go for it. All right, no pressure. Just want to throw a little bit of value out there for everybody. Scan that QR code. Get it done. Let's touch bases. There'll be some ads in there too that you can copy and paste. Try to get sellers to do it. Contact you. Okay. Data. If you decide to go that route, but remember that's cold calling, not my jam. But if you like cold calling, grab the data, skip trace it, make those calls, elbow grease it. And if you don't want to elbow grease it, or you go, man, I'm tired of the spreadsheet, I'm tired of the paper, I need a CRM. Then go find some of the CRMs, right? Or text, reach out, do a DM on any of the social media platforms, right? And we'll recommend a few. Because everything we use and we refer to our mentees that actually come aboard, we've tested for at least 3 to 6 months to make sure that the data is good, that the system is working, that we're getting a return on investment when we invest in this company, right? That's a good thing for you, and it's on our dime. So that's a beautiful, lovely thing. Anything comes down the wire, whether it's software and we like it, we test it, or something new comes out, we're going to test it before we refer it out to anybody. And in 2025, we're still going to do the same thing. Not going to just take a bunch of referral links. Say, we'll sell your shit. No, we're going to look at it. We're going to analyze it. If it makes sense, we'll meet with the CEOs or the ones that created the product. And if it looks good, then we'll do what we did last cycle for others, right? We'll refer it out to you. Use it. Try it out. Go for it. But everything's at your own risk, right? Because it's a business. So we want to make sure our reputations stays intact, right? So without further ado, rock and roll and all that you do. Hopefully you got tremendous value from this. And I implore you, I challenge you, go out there and hunt those deals, right? Talk to sellers, talk to agents. And if you need help with that, you go, what do I say to the agent? Hey, no problem. Reach out. We'll do our best to answer any and all questions. Do it in the Facebook group. You can go in the art, I believe it's the Art of the Deal, Creative Real Estate Investing group. There's a sub 2 group. And I believe you can go to, we got a page, Erick Sub 2 Master. There'll be a group that'll be formulating and being put together for that as well. Or you can go in there. Right now, scan, I believe that's it. Scan that. If you're already in the group, cool. Or scan that and you can get in and just ask questions, right? Don't be shy. It's the only way you're going to get through the business. It's kind of weird, right? Because I see people asking a lot of questions and, there's, as they say, right, there's no dumb question at the end of the day, but sometimes there are. It's like, well, I did this and I did that and I did that and I did this. What do I do with this? Well, first of all, if you got to ask that question, what I mean, if you've done these other things, got a contract and you got the house under contract and this and that, and now you're asking other questions, then you shouldn't have even taken that contract down unless you understand and know what to do with the seller, the investor, and the rest of the transaction. That's just being, I don't even know what word that would be, right? Irresponsible. All right. Anyways, I'm going to wrap this up on a positive note. Go out there and get your book, Think and Grow Rich. It helped me. It helped millions throughout the United States of America and the world. Think and Grow Rich. It'll help you. Read. It does power your mind. Read. It'll help you frame your mind with that mindset, right? Because if you don't believe it, nobody else is going to believe it. If you go to a property and you are lacking there, then they're going to know right from the get-go, either on the phone or in person, that you don't know what you're doing, okay? We'll help you with that, okay? It's easy. It's just a mindset. It's repetition. It's based on muscle memory, and we'll share that with you. So definitely jump aboard next Saturday. Okay, we're going to go live. We're going to be rocking and rolling. Maybe we'll just turn the son of a bitch on and we'll leave it open in the office, and we'll just go through it so you can see it, watch it, kind of do a little voyeurism action, right? We'll have some calls in house. We'll have some calls probably from Victor, Ray, and a few other people that are going to be remote, dialing data. And when we get one, boom, we're going to be fishing. We're going to go for that swordfish, right? And when it starts coming in, we're going to rock and roll it, okay? So that'll be Saturday. Also on August 19th, on a Monday. It's kind of weird, right? I just picked the date. It was August 19th, and it happens to be a Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Definitely sign up for that. You'll probably see it if you go to the Facebook group in the event section, or it'll be posted in the feeds. Sign up. It's free. It's not going to cost you a dime. We're going to talk everything about Sub 2. Sub 2 everything. One of my favorite terms, Subject 2, okay? And we're going to dive deep into a little bit about how we do stuff, how we like doing stuff. Now, doesn't mean ours is right. It's right for us. That's all that matters. And if it's right for you and it's right for others, it's working for them, then great. Everybody's going to be, everybody can nickel and dime this. I got a lot of shit that I can say about other people's shit. I don't, but it is there, right? It's in the brain. And if I said it, shit, I'd probably get in trouble, right? So the bottom line is rock and roll in all what you do. PMA, positive mental attitude and action in everything that you do. AHA, Americans helping Americans, one American at a time, one property at a time, one family at a time, doing our part to get America back on track together with you and others across the United States of America. AMP Live, the American Mentee Program, the only program of its kind where we train and mentor you and others across the United States of America, one-on-one, no program on the planet like it. And everything is powered by AMP Live Media, broadcasting, marketing, and media company, and VIP execs, realty and lending, step into excellence, right? Well, we'll work with you and helping you find your most beautiful home or the home of your dreams, because the dream is not dead. The dream is alive. Everything, let's get back to Made in America, okay? So rock and roll in all that you do. Look forward to speaking with you. Reach out. Don't be a stranger. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.